It's the NFL on EA Sports. And featured this week is Darren Waller. No shortage of work for him, sitting second in the league in
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
They'll be led out by the second overall pick out of BYU, now in his second season. That's Zach Wilson.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So a win here in Houston would give them the season sweep. Wilson slow, complete here to Waller.
Bounds across the 30-yard line. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. But Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell.
And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Now it's Wilson.
He's going to get this complete to Gaskin. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And when you feel those great mismatches, throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the quarterbacks? It's not just their job to control the airspace. They can get involved in the running game as well.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now Wilson. He's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a good call there that brings up 4th. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Got his man. It's Williams.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
The Texans had a woeful 3-12 on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club. It's more than
he rifles one that's intercepted. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. A first carry for Rachaad White.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
That's Jermaine Johnson stopping that play before it begins, dropping it for a loss.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Flushed out right. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. It's Roger McCreary to the pit, and the Texans are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
He gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A good pickup there, 22. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Hurts throw complete there to Johnson.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
They go play action with Hurts.
And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with the ground. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. 1st and 10, Taylor now. Down at the 25.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Ready.
Here's Hurts to throw. Johnson's got it complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield to gain any yardage.
Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough.
That was big right there because they're the time in the league converting that 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Taylor.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Hurts will throw.
It's caught. And it's 8-0. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving, and he loses the football a 2nd time, and the Texans scoop it, and they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns in the matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
The star tight end, Darren Waller, out in front as this offense returns to the field.
As we find ourselves in Week 17, he's already well over the 1,000-yard mark. So there's no pressure there. We'll just see where this final tally ends.
And I love what you just talked about there. There's no pressure. There's pride, right? So the higher he can take that number and rank with his peers, everyone wants to be number 1.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And he'll take this back down inside the
20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the gun, it's Taylor.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
So we've been playing defense in this one. There's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown right to him. They shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 21-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to... as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use Fortnite.
Hey, you're impressed,
Yeah, I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now, to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here pulled in by Beasley.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Wilson.
Got a man downfield. It's Beasley.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw again is Wilson. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Again, they keep it on the ground, and again, it's Johnson. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
They definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Now a run with a fullback Johnson. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now it's another carry for the fullback Johnson. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. He finds his man Johnson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So the completion good for 7 there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game.
sack back at the 16-yard line. Joseph came rolling in on the safety blitz.
3 scores down, not even at halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Gay's kick is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they get the 3 points, but they've now had 3 trips into the red zone, and that's all they've come away with.
And in the NFL, the way they measure red zone efficiency and success, did you score touchdowns on those drives? That's first and foremost. Getting points, that's the second measurement. So by that measure, they haven't done very well. They've got to figure that out.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And take this to the near side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Off the play fake, here's Hurts, rolling to his right. He's got this to Williams, complete. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And 22 more yards there and another first down. Play action, here's Hurts. Open man, this is Lewis. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Well executed, 22-yard gain. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Hurts. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here that's close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I see the blitz in the face there, partner. That is a rare completion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. McPherson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Throwing is Hurts. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now this throw caught left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. Now Wilson on first down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. David Ojabo, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw is Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Third and long, it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I'm sure it was a tough time trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return.
And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over first and 10.
Here we go. Alert!
Running straight ahead, Taylor. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
They run once more with Taylor.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, here's Taylor.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
But first down, Hurts. He hits Dobbs on the crosser.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down.
They kept the receiver on the short field, but then put his quarterback in the back quickly to it before either guy double coverage can react.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Jonathan Taylor, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Texans have opened the lead up to 30. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Now comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Got a man, that's Lazard. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Here's a give to the fullback. That's Johnson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple and lose him with the 33. Here's Wilson. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he will have a Jaguars first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now we give to the first man through, and that's Johnson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play as we play 3 quarters. This is the National Football League. Back now in Houston, play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. There's Wilson to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down.
Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again.
Touchdown! Darren Waller. his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Jaguars are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
It's clicking off right now. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, and moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. They tend to leave him in.
Another first down there as this one goes for 25. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that.
Touchdown, Texans!
Jameson Williams,
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Texans look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
McPherson up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The Jaguars on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Wilson. Able to find Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw again on second down. Wilson complete. It's Johnson.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Again, Wilson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Terez Hall. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. After the sack on first down, Wilson.
And the pass complete to Waller on the out route. He'll get it inside the 20.
Touchdown, Jaguars. Darren Waller with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jaguars get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
Houston set to take over. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Cleaned it out left to Dallas.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Completes it again to Dobbs.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Remain on 2nd down.
Throwing is Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. They turn to Taylor on 4th.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Jaguars offense ready to set up shop here again. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
From the 27th, Wilson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one is down, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
This is Smith with a grab. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. From the shotgun, Wilson. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Wilson will throw again. Throw right side, caught by Davis. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. They go play action with Wilson. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now Wilson. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Very close to a turnover in the end zone. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And